He's kept molds running for decades and people growing alongside them. Now, Steve Carr of Plastikos is Society of Plastics Engineers Mold Technologies Division's 2026 Mold Repair Technician of the Year. This year, sponsored by MoldTrax. Here's Steve's story.
All right, congratulations, Steve Carr from Plastikos, who just received the SPE Mold Technologies Division Mold Repair Technician of the Year, 2026. How does it feel?
Feels great. Probably what feels better was the fact that I was nominated, not the fact that I won. I didn't expect it because I didn't know what was going on. Just to hear from my coworkers and the owners what they thought of me and my ability and how I did my job, I guess meant more to me than if I would have won. I did win, but it was just great to have them feel that way.
That's awesome. It's a testament, right, to what you provide for that company.
Yes.
So let's give a little background. So mold repair and maintenance, that's a very critical part of the mold making process. So tell me a little bit, in a snapshot, how you ended up in that aspect of the process.
I started out as a tool maker for probably about 25 years. Then I went into work with our sister company and started in the plastics part of it and just started repairing molds, trying to see how long we could make them last, what we could do to make things better, getting tools in from customers that were molds that were already not in the best of shape, how to get them back up and running, how to maintain them for our customers to keep them, delivering them good parts.
What is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job, it happens all the time. It's whenever I complete a job that they had a problem with, something wasn't working right, that we get running. That could happen 5-6 times during the day, or it could happen after a span of 4 days. But just when you work on a tool that has been given the engineers problems, the customers having fits, it's just great to be able to fix their problems and get them a good part.
Yeah, well, and you're the guy and your team that get them back up and running. So it's critical, right? It all falls on you. You don't want to mold out of the press. Yeah. So what is the latest piece of equipment? Like, what's key to this tool room getting these molds back into production?
Personnel. It's key to have a good team working with you and behind you, willing to learn, wanting to know how to fix things, wanting to pick your brain and understand what you see or what you're looking at so they can do their job better. And it makes my job easier if I can show them everything I know. And this way here, they're doing jobs that I used to have to do. Now it frees up more time for me to look at other areas.
What does the training look like?
As far as coming in, we basically do a before apprenticeship training. We work with young people coming in, old people, anybody that wants to come in and learn the trade. We kind of do a pre-apprenticeship, so they learn how to run machines, see how they handle things, how they handle the machines, how they how well they can read blueprints, stuff like that. And if once they get my approval, then I send them down to our sister company, Micromold, and that's where they start the apprenticeship program, and then their career starts.
It's such a benefit to have the mold making facility and Plastikos, right, the molding part of it together, because they get to see where the mold starts and where it ends up.
Yes.
Right? And that understanding is not always there if you don't get to see that.
Yes.
Right?
For years, I worked on molds, and sometimes you'd get lucky, and sometimes you'd get to see a part after you were done with it. You would build a tool, and sometimes you would never see a part.
Yeah.
It was kind of great at some points, because if you never saw the mold again, you did your job right.
Exactly.
And so it's like
that's kind of rewarding, right?
Yeah. So sometimes when you didn't see a part, it's like going, okay, so they're using all the ones they have, and they're not even to give me one. So,
yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of funny how that works.
When you look at the different positions within a shop, what is like the number one skill or even personality trait that you think someone that's in mold maintenance and repair needs to have these days?
They just have to show that interest, that drive, that they want to look at something, try to figure stuff out, try to see what's going on, understand tools, just that drive. If you come in and you're playing with your cell phone, I'm probably not looking at you. I really am not. You could say that's old school, the fact that I don't play with my cell phone. The other side of it is, I got here, I never played with my cell phone, is because you have to put all your head and your heart into it. to figure these things out.
These are very expensive pieces of equipment that they're working on, so you have to have your head in the game, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to get a little introspective, right? So you were nominated. Why do you think you were nominated?
I didn't think I would. I didn't know there was such a thing. First off, the fact that I got nominated probably was the biggest part of it, and the fact they nominated me, that's what other people saw in me.
What do they? But tell me specifically. What do you think? What do you provide that company?
I just carry on the pride that's always been there. The pride in the company, the pride in the business, the pride in the owners, the fact that the owners have given me all the tools that I could ever use to succeed. And without a good leadership at the very top, you don't have that drive. If your bosses are like, they don't care, everybody's going to have that attitude. With working for the company I've been with for 44 years, that pride's always been there. We started out in a garage, and now we have 3 different facilities.
And you've seen it grow through all that.
Yes.
Yep.
Back when air conditioning was opening up the window, so that was was the extent of things. So yeah, and being proud of the company as a whole. It's just if you come to our shop and you look at it, the pride goes from the parking lot, all the way through the business to the final box that goes out of the shop.
Got it. All right. Last thing, if you had to give advice to somebody that wants to get into specifically mold maintenance and repair, what's your advice?
It's a great career. There's always going to be people out there breaking things, and they need people to fix it. And it's kind of like people say, well, you have a doctor because there's always going to be people getting sick. As long as there's stuff out there that needs to be fixed, it's a good career. I just purchased a new vehicle and I took it off the showroom, which is kind of neat to have one actually them open up the door and have to pull it out of the showroom because that's the one you liked. And it's just a great feeling to have that career where you can sit there and put your name down on a piece of paper and people will give you just about anything.
I love it. I love it. So what school are you donating the money to? That you
Erie County Technical School.
And why that school?
I actually I was in the service for 4 years, I was a cook. I wasn't a very good one, but I was a cook. And so when I started back in the real world, I'll say, I started going, where am I going to do? What can I do? And they had a night school there, and I actually started working there at night school and learned the trade. And went there for 6 months, came out, got a job at Micromold, and basically stayed there ever since.
And there's history. There you are today. So you're payback to the school. I love it.
Yep.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Steve. And remember to pass it on. Next year, you have to nominate someone for that award.
Okay.
That's your job.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. And for everything mold making, visit moldmakingtechnology.com.